Hey everybody, welcome back to the Calibrate Tools and DIY channel. Glad you guys could make it. Whether you're here now or you're gonna show up in the replay, it's all good. So guys, I figured I'll do a recap like I always do every year since I've been having this channel. We're gonna go over a checklist of things that you should be on top of when it comes to, the summertime. I do it for every season, or at least I try to do. But it looks like it's going to be a scorcher this time, and you want to make sure that your home is prepared for this. So we're going to go over a quick list of things that you should be on top of. I'm kind of taking it back to the grassroots when I used to really talk a lot about home improvement subjects in my live until I started, you know, talking about other things. But that's all good too. But we're going to take it back to the roots, guys, and we're going to dive into this list. If you hear some noise outside, I'm close, but it's not like my old place. I'm right by the window, so you may hear some some music from some cars or something like that. So just bear with me on that one, okay? So anyway, guys, let's dive into this list right here. All right, let's see here. There we go. First thing you want to do, guys, is to clean your gutters. Clean your gutters. I went over this in a lot of my previous videos. A lot of my previous home improvement videos stress the importance of making sure that your gutters are clean. Guys, this is the summertime, and in certain parts of the world, or the states, the country, rain and moisture is pretty prevalent, storms and all that. So you know what happens when that goes down. If your gutters are clogged up with leaves and debris because you've been neglecting it for forever, right? This is the time to get on top of that, because if water can't flow down through those gutters and exit towards the ground, it's going to find another place to go, right? And if you have any dips in your roof or anything like that, or you may have leaks in there, that water will just leak through that roof, cause some serious water damage, and that's going to cost you a whole lot of money. Not to mention it may settle in certain parts of your roof as well and just be sitting there like a puddle in the middle of your roof, and then you wonder why you may have mosquitoes biting you in the middle of the night, because you may have like a standing puddle of water on top of your roof, right? So you got to make sure those gutters are cleared out. And I would just say inspect your roof, right? Look for those dips, look for those puddles of water, those standing bodies of water, and do something about that. All right. So that's number one. Next thing on the list is make sure that your HVAC system is in order. Right? We all hear about people passing away during heat waves and stuff like that. It happens every year. I'm not going to give you the numbers on that, but I know it's a sure thing, right? Especially elderly people, young people. They tend to pass away during the summertime when the temperatures are up there, especially if you live in a very high temperature location, like say maybe Las Vegas and down in the Southwest areas. You find this happening a lot. So you want to make sure that your HVAC system is in order, even if it's a portable AC you have going on there. I've done a few videos on portable ACs and how they work and how to maintain them. If you don't have central air, if you don't have what they call swamp coolers or anything like that, you want to make sure that you have something going on, some kind of cooling system. And they have to be maintained just like anything else. If they're not, something's going to go bad. The condenser can go bad. The compressor can be overworked. And you may just have dirty filters that you haven't checked, right? These things collect dust all the time, right? So I would say the first thing to do is check the filters on those things, pull them out, clean them out. And if you have the condenser outside, you may want to clean that out too, hose it off, get it all clean, and maybe have a pro come out there and inspect it if it's not working right. If you don't feel it's cooling right. It can be a number of things, especially if it's an electrical issue that you definitely need to call a pro, because most people aren't really pros at fixing ACs or HVAC systems. So make sure that's in order. Okay. What else we got here, guys? Talked about cleaning the filters. Oh, here's something simple. A lot of people don't know that if you have a ceiling fan, it goes both directions, right? But in the summertime, you want to be able to push air down into the room, right? and you have to make sure that the ceiling fan is going in the right direction for that, right? And they have a switch on there that you can put, you can click it, and the ceiling fan will turn in the right direction. I think, let me, if I'm not sure, I think clockwise, if it's turning clockwise, it'll push air down into the room, but I could be mistaken on that, okay? And during the summertime, you want to go in the opposite direction, where it'll suck the air back up into the room, suck it up, and then circulate the air around the room. But that's the wintertime that you want that to happen. But in the summertime, you want the air, the downdraft from the fan to, be in operation there. Okay, so that's if you have ceiling fans. Here's another one, guys. Fix your sprinkler system. Okay, I was just talking to somebody about the sprinkler system, their sprinkler system today, and they're gonna probably need that overhauled, guys. Yeah, if you're thinking about your landscape and keeping that grass nice and lush, you're gonna have to have a fully functioning sprinkler system. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with sprinkler systems that are not acting right. I think I did a video not too long ago about repairing the sprinkler system. Sometimes if you have the pop-up sprinkler systems where it's on a timer, and once it gets to a certain time, they pop up out of the ground, and then they start to sprinkle, right? They start to emit the water. Sometimes those pop-up things, they get stuck and they don't come out, right? The sprinkler head themselves, they don't pop up out of the ground. They're stuck for some reason, and you may have to replace them. Like I said, I did a video not too long ago about that. You may want to look at that. But yeah, keeping your sprinkler system in order is definitely a must if you want your grass not to die in this extreme summer heat. And so I would definitely look into that. Another thing, when you're talking about your lawn, you may want to aerate the lawn. And that all that means is that you want to basically create holes in the soil to allow, the air to go down in the soil. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get a more technical definition of that for you, so I won't sound like an idiot here. It says aerating a lawn. It just means creating small holes in the soil to improve air, water, and nutrient flow to the grass roots, right? It says this process helps alleviate soil compaction and allows for deeper root growth, leading to a healthier, more vigorous lawn. And that's basically what you want to do, guys. So they have various methods of doing that. Let's see here. They have tools that you can use for aeration. I think they're saying if you have like pitchforks or something like that, you can go around and do it manually, like just to kind of poke the grass. They also have machines as well to do it. So yeah, you want to make sure that, if you're really into your landscape and your lawn and you really care for it, I don't think most people do, but if you're into that, you want to look into aerating your lawn, okay? To make sure that that moisture and that water gets to the roots and all that, okay? What else we got here, guys? Feel free to add to the list if you are familiar with these topics. Let's see here. I'm trying to pick out the most important ones that I see. Oh yeah, here's a very important one right here. It says check your fire and carbon monoxide alarms. Okay, very important, guys. Okay, they just had, as we know, I'm in Southern California. They just had some fires. It was seen all over the world how the fires devastated certain parts of Southern California, and a lot of people lost their lives. Not to mention their assets, their homes and property. So you want to make sure that you're not at risk for that. At least a fire starting in your home, whether you're neglecting something on the stove or something, anything could happen, right? So that's what the fire alarms are there for. I did a video once again. Check the channel out. Check the playlist, guys. I got all kinds of things you need to be on top of in the playlist. Or just go through the catalog of videos that I have, and one of them being, smoke alarms, right? I know we get annoyed when that smoke alarm beep doesn't go off, and I explain how to take care of that in one of my videos. But make sure they're fully functioning. It could be the battery, it can be a number of things causing it could maybe you need to reset it. But you definitely need to make sure that they're in order and working properly. Okay. And they have test buttons on each alarm to make sure that they're emitting the proper beeping sound or audio for you to hear it. So you want to go through your house and check out the smoke alarms. And some of them are hardwired to the actual electrical system in the house, and the battery is just a backup in there, right? It's not what actually makes it work. But in case that the hardwire or system goes out for whatever reason, you have the battery in there to help to back that up. And that's what that's for. But go check out the video on smoke alarms that I did in the past, and among other ones, and you'll get a lot of information on that. Let's see. Let me go back. See what's going on here. All right. Here's another one, guys. You want to make sure that there's no air leakage from your windows or your doors. So you want to make sure you check the sealant around the doors. Make sure they're sealed properly around the windows, because you definitely don't want to lose the cool air that you're pumping in from that AC, because that's definitely going to cost you money, and the house is not going to be as cool as you want it to be. Okay, all because of that. So these are little things you need to check out. You need to make sure that they're working sealed right in terms of windows or doors, so you won't lose money and you won't lose any peace of mind as well. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, I think that's some of the main things you need to look out for during the summer. All right. You may want to pressure wash your house during the summer. This is a good time to do that. Get all that dirt and grime off of your walls. Spray the roof down. What else, guys? You may want to check inspect your attic if you have one. Inspect your basement if you have one. Another big problem that can arise during extreme temperatures, like in the summertime, is mold. Mold tends to get worse during the summer due to the humid conditions and the warm conditions, and so you definitely want to look out for that. I did a video on using a moisture meter to help detect moisture, which can lead to mold. Right? You can't have mold without moisture, so we all know that mold can be a very dangerous thing. And so you want to make sure that you look out for that as well. Okay. All right. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. I want to come on here and give you a few tips on what to look for during the summertime to keep everything in tip-top shape, including your health with the mold. Okay. You come first. Make sure you hydrate and, stay out of that heat. If it's, like I said, this is the time when a lot of people don't make it, right? And you don't want to be one of those people. So anyway, guys, I hope you got something from this. Pass it on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.